Good morning, world. You're tuned into Morning Kiss. I'm Dominique Blake, the voice of NWA. We have an amazing show lined up for our listeners today. You could be tuned into any other station, so I thank you guys and love you so much for being here with us. My guest today, my co-host guest, is Miss CEO Nicole. Thank you so much for being with us today. You know, we really appreciate your vibe, your energy. The listeners and viewers had some awesome feedback, but they say they want to know more about you. So we're going to jump into that, you know, tell them who you are, what you do, and why you're so awesome, and why you're CEO, Miss Nicole. All right, so you know, you guys are, you know, obviously we had a fantastic first segment, so I want to make sure that we keep that going and make sure that you guys are really enjoying the content and, you know, the show just continues to grow. Shout out to our producer, Mr. Noel Sosa. We could not have done this without him, and so again, thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. So this week we have a super special guest, I can say Dr. Nicole Calhoun, otherwise known as Yoga Elixir on all social medias. She's gonna have some amazing things to share with us today, and we're gonna let you guys know why she's so awesome and what she's doing here in Northwest Arkansas and around the world. She's a world traveler, so we'll tell you about that a little bit more as we get into the show. Hot topics this week. What are we talking about? So we're talking about Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. We didn't get to that last segment, so I really want to talk about that, how it's changing the game and the industry and what they're doing as far as what's never been done before successfully. So I think that's going to be an amazing topic to talk about. Nick Cannon and him suing Viacom. I don't have to say allegedly because it is actually happening. Viacom CBS over ownership of Wild 'N Out, and you know they've cut ties with him over his alleged anti-Semitic comments. And the last topic will really be why you guys need to get out and vote for this next election. It's super important. You know, our voices need to be heard. If any other election, this one is definitely it. We gotta get out. We gotta vote. So we're gonna be talking about that. You know, so you guys definitely keep on tuning in and find out why you need to vote. I'm gonna really break that down because that's something that I don't want to skip over. All right, our business highlights section of this week. So today's program is brought to you by Diamond Training, NWA's #1 personal training company. So you guys, listen, I told you guys before and I'll say it again, I hate working out when it's not convenient to me and my lifestyle. I want to know what to eat. I want to know when to eat it. And I don't want to have to think about what I need to be doing when I'm in the gym or when I need to get my workout done. So Diamond Training is the perfect solution. They've created a wonderful system to make everything easy around your lifestyle when it comes to personal training. They're one-on-one, they're virtual, local, and mobile. So again, don't take it from me. They're on Google, they're rated #1 for their amazing customer service, and they also guarantee results. All right, call today for your free personal training session at telephone number 479-312-0296. Use special code DTKISS to get your $200 off any package of your choice. And we're back. Welcome back to Morning Kiss. This is the voice of NWA, Dominique Blake. So guys, today we are in the 105.3 studios right here in Northwest Arkansas with nobody other than, you guys know her as Dr. Nicole Calhoun. I call her Nick. She's a very good friend of mine. So welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you here today. We're blessed. We're honored that you have come in here and graced us with your presence. We know how busy you are. You're possibly one of the most busiest women that I know. I'm going to tell you guys in a moment why she is one of the most busiest people. Like when I think about you, you know, I know that I'm busy, and I think about Kevin Hart, you know, how he's just ping, 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 doing all these things in the industry. And then I think about Beyonce. And my thing is, I tell myself in the morning, if Beyonce can do all these things and we have the same 24 hours, I can do it, right? So welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming in. Every time I see your face, I light up because you are just this big, vibrant ball of energy, and it works well with what you do. So I'm going to allow you to explain what it is that you do, all the things that you do, and why you're so amazing, you know, to me and everybody else. So take us from where you're from, where you were born, raised, college, and I don't want to skip anything. I'm not going to compromise anything because I want them to know why this is so cool.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm very happy to be here. I'm super excited to be here with you. You're also amazing.
Thank you.
Energetic, lighting up, all those things. Same. Well, I'm from Texas, Arlington, Texas. Grew up there. Went to Texas Tech University, ran track.
Okay, thank you.
I was a hurdler. Didn't go professional though. My goal with track was to just get school paid for.
It works.
I got school paid for and I was done with it. Came to the U of A for my PhD in 2003. I don't want to date myself. In 2003. Well, you don't look it, so it's okay. Okay, good. And then we've been here ever since. Okay. I got into yoga several years ago, became a teacher, and just recently opened up the first Black-owned yoga studio in the state of Arkansas.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
Thank you. I'm very proud of that. Yeah.
In case anybody missed it, let's rewind and please backtrack and say that again.
I opened the first Black-owned yoga studio in the state of Arkansas.
Okay, so I don't want to interrupt you or mess up your train of thought, but I just want you guys listening out there, all of our viewers and listeners, to really understand the power of representation. I said it last segment, but that is huge. Yeah. That's amazing. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Especially in yoga, you know, if you know anything about the yoga industry, it's really dominated by middle-class white women. That's who goes to yoga. Those are the women. People own the yoga studios, and I wanted to bring a place where everybody could be included and feel welcomed. And so I saw, you know, that there was a hole within the market in that space, and so I created Elixir Yoga Lounge with the distinct value and goals of representation, diversity, and inclusion within yoga.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah. I think the world thanks you. I thank you because here's the thing: without me seeing women, people that look like me accomplish something, you know, your parents tell you can do anything, but it's easier and it's a lot more fun when you see somebody that looks like you accomplishing a dream or a goal that you've, you know, wanted to achieve. So thank you so much for, you know, giving us that. So somebody out there in the world, a woman, a young girl that has aspirations to become a business owner in that specific field, you know, they're like, you know what, look at her, she's doing it and she's thriving. I can do it too. All right, so talk to us about what else you're doing besides being the first Black yoga owner and owners of a studio in Northwest Arkansas. And is it just Northwest Arkansas or?
The yoga studio?
Like as a Black owner, like is it the state or?
It was the state.
Awesome.
But now there's another Black owned studio in Little Rock. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, I believe there's 2 now.
Right.
So also amongst that, owning the studio was teaching 5 classes a week, which is a lot. Yes. Just gave up 2, so now I'm down to 3. I hired more people, so I could be down to 3.
Congratulations on that.
Give myself a little break. I'm also a Lululemon ambassador, heavily involved with Lululemon.
Round of applause for that. I love Lululemon.
Yeah.
Great.
That's taken a lot of my time recently. I'm doing things actually with corporate Lululemon for their annual global running event this week. So I'm actually extra busy this week.
Shout out to Lululemon for keeping you busy, right?
Yeah. And also I'm with Garmin. I'm a Garmin ambassador. Also blogging and posting and stuff for Garmin.
So basically what you're telling us is that you're an amazing social media influencer and people love to follow you and watch your TikTok videos. Yeah. So guys, if you're not following her, please let them know where they can find you on social media. You gotta check her out.
Yeah, so on TikTok and Instagram, I'm at Yoga Elixir, ELIXIR. And you know, I just got on TikTok like everybody else during the quarantine.
Yeah. But you're good at it, you know? Like guys, once you check out her social media, you will be thoroughly entertained. Like I'm like, how do you find the time to do this? You know what I mean? I got on TikTok, Erica has gotten on TikTok. I don't know if you want to tell them about your experience on TikTok. Yeah, I got off because I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this. It's like the pressure of learning dance moves. You know what I mean? So that's awesome that you're able to do all that, still have fun. You're probably the most entertaining doctor that I know.
Oh, so thank you. I think what TikTok is, it's all about authenticity. Just be who you are. If you're a bad dancer, be a bad dancer. And like people are drawn to that.
Right.
When you try to be something or something that you're not, then it's inauthentic. People don't care.
Right.
But you know, just be you.
Absolutely.
You're gonna blow up.
I think that's what this era is about. You know what I mean? I think people like Cardi B have gotten on social media and have gotten that far because they're authentically themselves all the time. Okay, so that is an amazing rundown of everything that you do here. I think that's awesome. I can't wait to see all the amazing things that you're going to continue to do here in Northwest Arkansas and in the rest of the world. Your influence is massive, and we can only learn more from you and support you, and anything that we can do here at the Morning Kiss, please let us know. We'll be cheering for you always, and hopefully you come back and sit with us again and tell us all the amazing things that happen in the future. All right, guys, so we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about Miss CEO Erica Nicole, all the things that she does and why she's so great, and get into the hot topics and really get into all the things that are happening around this new single, WAP, by Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and talk about all the backlash that they're getting. Nick Cannon suing Viacom and CBS, and also why we need to get out and vote. All right, guys, we are back. We're back with Morning Kiss. I am Dominique Blake, the voice of NWA. So guys, you guys called in, you sent messages on social media. We want to know who Miss CEO Erica Nicole is, what you're doing here in NWA, and why that title? Why are you Miss CEO Erica Nicole?
Yes, so I moved here a little bit over a decade ago for school originally, like most people, and there's just so much opportunity here locally, and it was really hard for me to find just kind of where I could be a staple or have an impact on the community. And I decided that I was passionate about real estate, so I made a goal to save up a certain, X of dollars, and I bought the first property, and then I've just
congratulations, round of applause for that. Come on, real estate.
And I've just been obsessed ever since then. So when it comes to the market, I'm always like driving by things and just seeing what the cost of maybe this house may be, or how the influx of property value or equity is going to go up over time. So it's just led from something that I was curious about to be something I'm extremely passionate about, and that's basically how I've gotten started with the real estate.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. That's something that's amazing to be obsessed about and passionate about. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't educated when it comes to real estate and really why it's important to own. You know what I mean? So, and we're also going to tie that into Mr. Nick Cannon a little bit later. But in addition to real estate, I see that you kind of dove into the stock game, and we've had a couple of conversations about that. So talk to me a little bit about that and what you tell people about stocks.
So generational wealth is something that we hear about all the time. Absolutely. I thought my grandparents or my parents worked really hard, but they were actually just really smart when it came to investing in stocks a very long time ago. So here this pandemic has opened up a lot of opportunity for the average person to invest and buy in these really amazing companies at a low value. And here we're seeing, even though we're still amid the pandemic, stocks are raising. So I mean, just even within the last 3 months of primarily focusing on stock investments, I have made a fantastic return, and I encourage anybody who's listening to definitely go ahead and take a peek at the stock market. You don't have to have a financial advisor. There's plenty of other applications that help you with that, such as E-Trade or Robinhood or things along those lines to help somebody who is not knowledgeable really get a head start and start investing, not just for right now, but this is something you want to think about long term. You want your money to sit in there for years to come, not a quick turnaround or to go ahead and invest and take it out. This is something that you really want to set up for yourself, retirement, your family, and generations to come.
Well, that is fantastic news for our viewers and our listeners. If you guys have any questions or comments in regards to what Erica just said, please drop it down in the comment section on our YouTube page or Instagram or wherever you can find us. So guys, again, thank you so much for providing that. I think that really sums up why you're known as Miss CEO Erica Nicole.
I'm trying.
No, you're doing it, girl. So this women empowerment energy that I'm feeling right now is very inspiring, and I just want to continue that. I hope you guys are feeling that just through the show, and I hope it translates. All right, so we're going to talk about the hot topics right now that are nationwide. So I hope you guys have really been paying attention to the news. We're going to start off with Miss Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and their new single WAP. Right, so I think, personally, I think it's crazy that for the first time in history, we've had two female rappers come together. One, it's history because they've had the first #1 hit single from two female artists or that are rappers. It's never been done before just because of the catty energy in the rap industry. They've always pinned women against each other, and the males do it, they thrive, and they're just fine. So I want to find out from you guys listening and watching, but we'll start with Nick, tell me what your thoughts are about that, and males giving them backlash at that in the rap industry, like CeeLo.
Like, first of all, let me just say I live for celebrity tea. I love this.
She teases me all the time, and I'm like, listen, I need to tune into Hot Topics. I need to see what Wendy's saying today.
Exactly. I think it's just like any field of profession that's dominated by women. There's cattiness because we've been taught culturally to be against each other as women. And so, but I definitely don't think that, CeeLo and any of them have anything to say. Like, there have been way worse things said by men that have gone number one.
Let me just add that CeeLo got in trouble for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
So he should not be in this conversation at all. But go ahead.
He's jealous. He's jealous.
Nobody's talking about CeeLo.
Yeah, his time is over. He's not in the front light. He's probably producing and doing stuff like that behind the scenes, but he's not in the limelight anymore. And just because the people who are in the limelight right now are women, I think he's got an issue with it.
Right.
Period.
I mean, at 24 or 22, however old Cardi B is or Meg, what else are they supposed to be talking about right now?
Exactly.
That is a prime.
Stocks, and they supposed to be talking about stocks.
That is the prime of their WAP.
Yeah.
Right? So, what are your thoughts about it, Erica?
It is the truth. Everything they say in the song is the truth.
People are just not saying.
I think that's why they're mad. Everything they're saying is the truth.
Well, I think just music within itself has changed a lot over the years. It's evolved as far as, lyrics and what people like to listen to. So here we are in 2020. It's going to be very different than what we were listening to in the 90s. So I think it's more or less for energy, to kind of just get you to vibe, to want to go out and dance, and instead of something that you really empathize with, like the music culture used to be associated with. Now, I still think music is made and created that way, but this is just what's hot right now, and that's what seems to, be going for the culture or young ladies. I personally, it's not something that I choose to listen to on a daily basis, but if I want to get up in the morning and get my day going, that might be a song I turn on, it's energetic.
So somebody on the internet made a comment and said the only people that are mad right now are the people that don't have WAPs. And I had to
or the
agree.
guys who are losing money because of WAPs.
Thank you. Right.
So they're losing and are spending it.
There you go. All right. So that's my 2 cents on it. So, but to wrap that part up, I really think that when women come together, it's evidence. We see the power and the magic that can be created. So I hope this trend continues to happen. There's more than enough shine, money, recognition for everybody, no matter what industry you're in. So let's talk about Nick Cannon suing Viacom and CBS over ownership of Wildin' Out after they've cut ties with him over his alleged anti-Semitic comments. So, you know what? Personally, I'm really proud of what he's done, but I do acknowledge how both black people and the Jewish community could have taken offense. However, we do see that when you don't own your show, or you don't own whatever it is that you invested so much time to produce, what can happen? Somebody, just based on the paperwork, somebody can come in there and take it away from you. So I want you to talk to us about that as a business owner, as somebody that has put together creative content from your blood, sweat, and tears and years of experience, hours. What do you think?
I think that he has every right to sue. If it's his intellectual property that was never deemed to be shared co-ownership and solely his, absolutely.
I'm going to play devil's advocate with you.
Yeah.
They're going to say, well, sir, we put this deal together and you signed to it and agreed to it. So
unless the deal says, hey, I give you half ownership to my intellectual property, absolutely not.
Okay.
And, I've run into the same kinds of things being in the yoga industry with everything being online now. I have a friend of mine who's a very famous yoga, and she's like, Nicole, don't ever give anybody rights to your content. Whatever happens, you keep the right to your content, and you keep the ability to control your content.
That's a good friend.
So if you leave, your content goes with you.
Absolutely.
They don't own it to continue to make money off of it.
Absolutely.
And that's what they want. They want his content, the ideas, so they can continue to make money off of it. It's not right.
Right, and I think really that's the trend of the music industry. So they get these rappers, you know, that are super starving, hungry, passionate, and they're like, hey, we'll give $100,000 to you as a signing bonus. They go out and buy cars and jewelry, not knowing that they have to pay every single thing, and they own your voice.
Megan was one of them.
Yeah,
So while we're on the topic of that,
Yeah, so they own your likeness, your voice, your image, your everything. So people, you know, really understand what you're signing your name to, and don't give up your rights to ownership to something that you've created out of your blood, sweat, and tears. So
out.
Yeah,
somebody wants to purchase it. It's worth something.
It is worth it. They're gonna act like it's not worth it. You know, what are your thoughts on that, Erica?
Well, honestly, how do we feel about even someone taking over the Wildin' Out show or
I'm not watching
that name? I mean, it wouldn't even be the same, you know. So
I wouldn't
it's like
watch
they're
MTV.
losing the audience within itself, you know. So whether he's disassociated from the brand or the name, I think the show is going to die. So they're really doing themselves a disservice with the contract or the name by allowing or not allowing him to go ahead and, you know, carry on the name for wherever he would like to take it with another broadcasting company or whatever it may be. The show's going to crash anyways, in my opinion.
I agree. Honestly, I'm not watching Wildin' Out if it's not Nick's same style. I mean, we've gotten used to it. You know, the show started, I think it's, you know, it's been a decade.
Yeah.
I think that's what's saving MTV, because other than that, what are people tuning into MTV to watch? Like, you know, Teen Moms came and happened, like Jersey Shore's dead. Like, I'm watching MTV, maybe ridiculousness. Sometimes I want to laugh at people, you know, tripping and falling, but it's really just Wildin' Out. So, you know, honestly, I wish the best of luck to you, Nick. You know, and I want to see him come out on top, just so other people can understand the importance of ownership. All right, so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about why everyone needs to get out and vote. I think it's super important to vote, to exercise your right. This is something that, you know, our ancestors, just as a black person, have really fought for. You know, women, you know, really tried to get into the voting box, and they weren't able to because they didn't have the rights until a couple years ago. So just to understand that our voice matters, we have the power to make change. Especially this generation is like, they're not taking no for an answer, you know, and it's very impressive. So you know, don't let anything stop you from getting out to the polls and really exercising that right. What do you guys think about the climate, the political climate that we're in right now with Mr. Orange and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris getting elected as vice president, you know, getting that nod, woohoo moment for black women. So talk to me about that, and what does that mean for you? And, you know,
the same thing you said earlier about representation. It's representation. Like, for black women, it's amazing that he selected her, and I'm very happy. I think that there's a realization that most people don't have. It's like, unless you're a white Christian man in this country, somebody has fought and died for you to vote.
Absolutely.
If you're a woman, if you're Asian, if you're black, somebody has fought and died for you to vote. So you owe it to your ancestors to vote.
Do you think Joe's trying to be slick to get the black vote to get her in there? You know, she's Jamaican too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no matter what his motivations are, he chose her. And I can't say 100% his motivations are 100%, oh my gosh, you know, fight for black people. But I mean, if he gets elected, she's vice, no matter what his motivations are.
I'm with it. Absolutely. And shout out to all the Jamaicans out there. You know, by heritage, I am Jamaican. I was raised in Jamaica, and her grandma is Jamaican. So, you know, she's also AKA. So, she has a lot of sass in her. You know what I mean? So there was a couple people making a couple mentions online that she's not black enough. I'm like, how black do you want this woman to be? She went to Howard University. She's an AKA, and she's Jamaican. Come on, give us a break. You know, black women have to be perfect when it comes to the political arena, or whenever we're put on a pedestal to the public. But everybody else can have flaws and make mistakes. So what do you think, Erica, about this climate and getting out and voting?
You know, it really boils down to a Republican and Democratic Party, I believe, for whoever's going to be voting for what. And unfortunately, I think people feel like they need to identify who are a minority with the Democratic Party, because that is just, I guess the most tasteful way to say it is, a lot of the living class, they would benefit from having a president that's a Democrat. You know what I mean? So I don't really think it boils down to like race. I think our current president is ignorant and he is a Republican. But I think it boils down to really who is going to be best in office. So, you know, unfortunately it's between Donald Trump and then, you know, Biden. I don't care for either of them. So that's just my opinion.
We need to know what the agenda is. What's the agenda? What's the long-term game plan?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I'm not in love with either one of them either,
Yeah.
but one of them is going to be president.
Absolutely.
Kanye's not going to win, right?
Yeah.
But he can split the vote.
Exactly.
Come on, guys. Don't you take your butt to the poll and vote for that
Don't
man.
do it.
He is trying to sell records and sneakers, and he will split the vote because the people that would have normally voted for Biden, you know, are going to split it, and Trump is going to be like, yes.
Exactly.
You know, so we don't want that to happen. So thank you, ladies, for chiming in on that and giving me your thoughts on, you know, why we need to get out and vote and what's going to happen based on the arena that we're in. Congratulations to Senator Kamala Harris, and I'm excited to exercise my right to vote.
And if you can, vote early and vote in person. Vote early and vote in person. They're defunding the post office.
You know
Don't
what?
Mail it in. Don't do
Did
it.
they decide to do that through the U.S. Postal Service?
You know what? They're experiencing craziness now.
The Postmaster General, who is a very close personal friend and donor to Donald Trump, has defunded the post office, but now he's backtracking on some of the things. But still, don't even go vote early and go vote in person. Yeah, if you want your vote to count.
Okay. Well, listen, I am going to just really thank you guys again for being here, making the energy on Morning Kiss so phenomenal. Thank you guys for tuning in always and just making sure that we have a dope time here at the Kiss 105.3 studios. So, you know, again, a special thank you to our show producer, Mr. Noel Sosa. He makes this show amazing, and what it is, without him, we couldn't have, you know, this amazing time that we have. But just to close out and wrap up, my final message before we go, guys, make sure that you lead with value in life always. Continue to sharpen your craft daily. Network, get on social media, use Instagram, use Facebook, and see what other like-minded people are doing in the world. Never take no for an answer, whether people like you or not. Your value, skill set, and expertise will never be denied. There are so many people in this world that we can't stand, but damn it, if they got talent, we cannot deny it. You know how many people don't like you? How many people don't like me or you? But listen.
Or even Donald Trump.
You got it. And then lastly, guys, we're going to talk about the word of the day each and every week here on Morning Kiss. We give you guys a word of the week. I want you to be intelligent, smart, educated, and use your words. Expand that vocabulary. Today's word is avant-garde, right? So part of speech, adjective. It's an adjective. It was originated in France. So it means favoring or introducing experimental or unusual ideas, which I have many of. A lot of my business ventures and all the things that come out of my mouth, most of the things that come out of my mouth are avant-garde, right? They're unusual. People might look at me like I'm a little bit crazy, but that's okay, right? So examples of this in a sentence is the student art show promised many avant-garde pieces, or the design was a little too avant-garde for me, right? I might be a little too avant-garde for you, and that's okay. I'm gonna ride with it if I'm passionate about it. If you're doing it because you love it and it gets you out of bed in the morning or makes you go to sleep happy at night, do it. Be avant-garde and be proud. All right, so again, a special thank you to you ladies in the studio, our producer. Thank you guys for tuning in to Morning Kiss right here on Kiss 105.3 FM each and every Monday to kick your week off. Tell a friend to tell a friend so we can spread the word about the morning's hottest show. You can find us 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Live on both the Kiss 105.3 station and on the PPBC app. So if you have an Android phone or an iPhone, definitely download that app so you can catch the phone the show live. If you missed it totally, you can head over to YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Morning Kiss with Dominique Blake, where you can find the full show, hot topics, and the rundown. You can comment, do all that stuff. We want to interact with you. We want to hear from you. So please be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share. We want to grow the channel and make sure that we're keeping that #1 spot. You know, that's our aspiration. We're the new kids on the block, so we have a lot of people tuning in, and I'm so appreciative. So we want to hear from our viewers and our listeners. Again, I'm Dominique Blake, the voice of NWA. Until next time, I love you guys, and be good to yourselves.